Station maintenance worker Lyra had seen many strange things during her 12 years on Haven's Rest. Aliens from 40 species, smugglers, traders, even a few humans with their weird pack bonding habits. But nothing prepared her for the day she found a honey badger living in the ventilation system. The creature was small, maybe 2 feet long, black and white fur, claws that could tear through metal. Earth animal. Somehow survived the journey from Sol System to this neutral trading station. Probably stowed away on a human cargo ship. Station services tried to catch it. Failed. The animal was too smart, too vicious. Bit 3 security officers and disappeared into the ductwork. Eventually, they gave up. One small Earth predator wasn't worth the trouble, but Lyra noticed something odd. The honey badger had a pattern. Every 3rd day, it appeared in the lower market district. Always near the recycling plant. Always at the same time. She followed it once. Watched from a distance. The creature moved through shadows until it reached a small maintenance alcove. There, a tiny Vimari child waited. Gray fur. Big eyes. Thin from hunger, the honey badger dropped something. A protein bar. Stolen from somewhere. The child, Pip, took it carefully. Whispered, thanks the animal couldn't understand. Then both disappeared. This went on for weeks. An Earth predator feeding an alien orphan. Made no sense by any biological standard. But humans said their animals pack bonded. Protected things smaller than themselves. Maybe this one learned from its human companions. Lyra kept the secret. Didn't report either of them. Station services would just separate them anyway. The smell of burnt metal filled the cargo bay where the honey badger had made a temporary den behind some shipping containers. It had learned the station's rhythm, knew when shifts changed, when corridors emptied, when food could be stolen without detection. Today felt wrong. The badger's instincts, honed through millions of years of Earth evolution, screamed danger. It moved toward the lower market, faster than usual. Something was happening. In the market district, Pip tried to steal a food pack from a shipment. Small hands, quick movements. Almost got away. Horvath's massive hand caught the child's arm. The Draxian smuggler was 7 feet of scales and muscle. 4 arms. Mean reputation. He lifted Pip off the ground. You think you can steal from me, rat? I'm sorry. I am hungry. Pip's translator chip made the please sound mechanical. Emotionless. Then starve somewhere else. Horvath raised his other hand. The blow came hard. Crack of bone. Pip screamed. Hit the wall. Crumpled. Didn't move. 20 people watched. Nobody intervened. This was Horvath. Connected. Protected. Dangerous. The honey badger arrived 30 seconds later. IT saw the small body on the ground. Saw blood. Saw the child that had been feeding, broken and still. Something ancient activated in the badger's brain. Not thought. Not reasoning. Pure instinct. This was pack. This was family. This was threatened. The creature made a sound. Low. Guttural. Earth predators knew this sound. Meant something was about to die. Horvath turned. Saw a small animal. Laughed. What is this? Someone's pet. The honey badger charged. People who saw it later couldn't quite describe what happened. The animal moved too fast. Too violently. Went straight for Horvath's legs. Claws designed to tear, through tree bark cut, through Draxian scales like paper. Horvath screamed. Tried to kick the creature away. Might as well kick a fusion reactor. The badger held on. Climbed. Bit. Clawed. Aimed for soft spots with precision that suggested intelligence beyond animal reasoning. Get off. Get off. Horvath swung wildly. Hit himself more than the animal. 2 of his crew rushed forward. The badger switched targets mid-attack. Launched from Horvath's chest toward the first Draxian's face. Claws found eyes. The crew member went down screaming. The second one pulled a weapon. Energy pistol. Illegal on stations, but nobody cared about laws down here. The shot missed. Hit a cargo container. The badger was already moving. Faster than the Draxian could track. Bit down on the hand, holding the weapon. Bone crunched. Gun clattered away. Horvath stumbled backward, bleeding from a dozen wounds. Kill it. Somebody kill it. Security alarms blared. Finally, station response to weapons fire. The honey badger ignored everything. Went back to Horvath. The Draxian was bigger, stronger, armed. None of it mattered. Evolution designed honey badgers to fight things that should kill them and win anyway. Horvath ran. 7 feet of criminal muscle fleeing from 20 pounds of earth fury. His crew followed, all of them bleeding, all of them terrified. The badger didn't chase. Returned to Pip instead, the child breathed. Shallow, pained, broken arm, maybe ribs. Alive. The creature made softer sounds now. Nuzzled the small Vamari body. Trying to comfort, trying to help. Lyra arrived with medical teams. Saw the scene. The injured child. The protective animal standing guard. Blood everywhere, none of it the badger's. Don't touch him. The honey badger positioned itself between Pip and the medics. Teeth bared. A human doctor pushed forward. Young woman. Hey there. We're here to help. She spoke English. The language honey badgers heard from their companions. The animal watched. Evaluated. The human showed no aggression. Knelt slowly. Opened a medical kit. We need to take the child to medical bay. You can come too. Okay. The honey badger didn't understand words. Understood tone. Understood the human was pack. Humans protected young. This was safe. That IT stepped aside. Let them work. But followed when they carried Pip away. Close. Vigilant. Ready to attack anyone who threatened its family. That in the medical bay. Doctors worked fast. Stabilized Pip. Set bones. Stopped bleeding. The honey badger watched from under a chair. Wouldn't leave. Wouldn't let anyone remove it. The human doctor, her name tag, said Rivera, sat on the floor nearby. You've been feeding him, haven't you? We found protein bar wrappers in his hiding spot. Thought it was strange. Vamari don't eat those. The badger stared at her. You're a long way from Earth. How'd you even get here? She pulled out a tablet. Checked records. No registered Earth fauna on this station. You're illegal. They'll want to send you back. The creature's eyes never left Pip. But that kid's alive because of you. Rivera made notes on her tablet. And you're clearly sentient enough to distinguish friend from threat. Maybe even sentient enough to adopt. She stood, looked at the Corellian head physician. I'm registering the animal as Pip's emotional support companion. Medical necessity. You can't do that. Different species. Humans adopt aliens all the time. Our animals do it too, apparently. Rivedas Maïd. Besides, you want to try removing it? Be my guest. Nobody volunteered. Station Administrator Quinn arrived an hour later. Looked at the injured child. At the small Earth predator keeping guard. At the reports of Horvath and 3 crew members in emergency medical care. A honey badger did this. Yes, sir. Lyra handed him the security footage. Quinn watched. Watched the assault on Pip. Watched the animal's response. Watched trained fighters flee from something that weighed less than a shipping container. Humans bring the strangest things to space. The animal's not registered to any human. It's wild. Wild. Quinn repeated. Looked at the creature curled up near Pip's bed. That animal shows more humanity than most sentients on this station. He filed the reports. Assault on a minor. Unprovoked attack. Multiple witnesses. Horvath would face charges. Maybe. Probably not. The Draxian had connections, but he also filed something else. Official recognition of the honey badger as Pip's guardian. Not legal. Not proper. But necessary. In the hospital bed, Pip woke. Scared. Hurting. Saw the small black and white creature watching over him. You saved me. The badger made a soft chirping sound. Earth animal. Alien child. Pack was pack. Outside the medical bay, word spread fast. A Earth creature attacked Horvath. Sent him running. Protected an alien orphan with absolute ferocity. Some species wondered what kind of planet produced animals that fearless. Humans just smiled. They knew. Earth was a death world. Everything there learned to fight. Even the small things, especially the small things, the honey badger took it personally. And Haven's Rest would never be the same. Security Chief Bricks had dealt with many problems in his 30 years of station management. Bar fights, smuggling, occasional murders. Never an Earth animal with a vendetta. The honey badger sat in the medical bay 3 days after the incident. Hadn't left Pip's side. Wouldn't let anyone except Dr. Rivera close. Security tried to remove it twice. Both times ended with stitches and antibiotics. We can't have a wild predator loose on the station. Brix argued with Rivera in her office. It's not loose. It's exactly where it wants to be, protecting a child. Rivera pulled up medical scans. Besides, Pip's recovery improved significantly. Heart rate stable. Stress hormones down. The animal's presence helps. It attacked station residents. It defended itself and a minor from assault. Rivera crossed her arms. Check the footage. Every attack was defensive or protective. Zero aggression toward anyone who didn't threaten Pip first. Brix knew she was right. Didn't make his job easier. Horvath filed complaints. Wants the animal destroyed. Horvath assaulted child. He's lucky the animal didn't kill him. The Draxian has connections. Political pressure. This won't go away quietly. Rivera leaned forward. Then let them try. That honey badger survived the journey from Earth to here. Lived in our ventilation systems for months. Fought off trained fighters without injury. You think Horvath's connections scare it? The door opened. A human woman entered without knocking. Older. Stern expression. Ambassador Patricia Wells. Heard we have an Earth animal causing problems. Cousin solution. Rivera corrective. That animal saved a child's life. Patricia walked to the window overlooking the medical bay. Watched the honey badger grooming itself while Pip slept nearby. How'd it even get here? Best guess. Stowed away on a cargo ship 3 months ago. Brix pulled up transport records. The merchant vessel Prairie Wind had stops on Earth, specifically the African continent. Honey badgers are native there. So it climbed into cargo holds, survived vacuum transit, and made it to an alien space station. Patricia smiled. Sound about right for Earth fauna. You're not concerned? Concerned? I am impressed. Patricia turned from the window. That animal represents everything Earth is about. Adaptable, tenacious, protective of the vulnerable. If anything, it's good PR. PR? Brix's 4 eyes blinked in confusion. An animal attacked people. An animal defended a child from assault. Big difference. Patricia pulled out her communicator. Made calls. Official ones. I'm claiming the honey badger as protected Earth fauna. Cultural heritage. Any action against it goes through human embassy. You can't do that. Watch me. Patricia's smile didn't reach her eyes. Humans protect their animals. Their animals protect others. It's who we are. And if Horvath wants to make this political, we'll make it very political. In the medical bay, the honey badger sensed tension. Stood. Made a low warning sound. Positioned itself between Pip and the door. Doctor. Rivera spoke softly through the intercom. It's okay. They're friends. The animal didn't relax. Didn't trust. Just watched. Pip woke. Saw the badger on alert. Reached out with his good arm. Small fingers touched the creature's fur. It's okay. Nobody's hurting us. The honey badger settled, but didn't take its eyes off the office window. Smart animal. Brix observed. Understands more than it should. Earth predators evolved alongside humans for thousands of years. Patricia explained. They learned to read us, understand us. Some became companions. Others stayed wild but adapted. This one clearly learned protection behaviors from watching humans. Or it's just territorial. Territorial animals don't feed orphans of other species. Rivera pulled up security footage. Showed weeks of the badger bringing food to Pip. This is pack bonding. Adoption behavior. The animal claimed Pip as family. Patricia watched the footage. Saw the pattern. The creature's intelligence. The deliberate care. We need to make this official. The badger can't stay wild on the station. Too many risks. You want to domesticate a honey badger? Brix laughed. Good luck. Those things don't domesticate. Don't need to domesticate it. Need to recognize it as Pip's legal guardian. The room went silent. That's insane. Brix stood. An animal can't be a legal guardian. Why not? It feeds Pip. Protects him. Stays with him constantly. Meets every definition of guardianship except species. Coalition law requires guardians to be sentient. Defines sentient. Patricia challenged. That animal makes decisions. Shows empathy. Recognizes individuals. Demonstrates complex problem solving. crosses species barriers for emotional bonding. Sounds sentient to me. Rivera jumped in. There's precedent. The Corellians recognize their companion beasts as family members. The Talarians grant legal status to their symbiotic partners. Why not Earth animals? Because this is different. Why? Because it's small, fierce, from a death world? Patricia's voice hardened. Or because it's inconvenient? Brix had no answer. The law was unclear. Coalition rules never anticipated Earth animals with this level of intelligence and autonomy. I'll submit the paperwork. Patricia decided. Register the animal as Pip's guardian pending council review. In the meantime, it stays with the child. Horvath won't accept this. Horvath assaulted a minor. His acceptance is irrelevant. Patricia headed for the door. He should worry less about the animal and more about his upcoming trial. After she left, Brix and Rivera stood in silence. This is going to get complicated. Brix muttered, "It already is." Rivera watched the honey badger through the window. But that animal doesn't care about complicated, doesn't care about politics or laws or consequences. It just cares about keeping Pip safe. Humans are like that too. Yeah, we are. Rivera smiled. Maybe that's why our animals are the same. That night, Lyra visited Pip in medical. Brought flowers. A Vimari tradition for healing. The honey badger watched her approach. Recognized her from the market. Allowed her to pass. "Hey Pip, how are you feeling?" "Better. My arm still hurts." The child looked at the animal. "He stays with me. Won't leave." Lyra noticed the assumption. "I think he's a boy. Acts like one." Pip giggled. First time since the attack. Brave and stubborn. Does he have a name? Pip thought about it. Looked at the black and white creature. Warrior. That's what I'll call him. Warrior. The honey badger, now Warrior, made a soft chirping sound. Didn't understand the name. Understood the affection behind it. Lyra set down the flowers. "You're lucky, having someone who protects you. He's family." Pip said it with certainty. Like brothers. Different species. Different worlds. But family nonetheless. In the station's administrative offices, paperwork moved through channels. Guardian applications. Embassy declarations. Legal challenges from the Draxian delegation. The coalition had never dealt with anything like this. An Earth animal adopting an alien child. Protecting it with violence. Creating legal gray areas nobody anticipated. Some representatives wanted the animal removed. Returned to Earth. Contained. Others saw opportunity. If Earth animals could integrate into galactic society, what did that mean for future relations? Debates raged for days. Warrior didn't care about debates. Just groomed Pip when the child was sad. Stayed alert when nurses came too close. Made soft sounds when Pip had nightmares. Pack was pack. The rest was noise. Doctor. Rivera documented everything. The animal's behaviors. The child's recovery. The bond forming between species. Scientific paper material. Proof that Earth Death World evolution created protectors, not just predators. On the fifth night, Pip asked Rivera a question. "Why did Warrior save me? I'm not his species." Rivera thought carefully. Because on Earth, survival meant protecting each other. Humans and their animals learned that together. Your Warrior still remembers. But I'm alien. He doesn't know me. He knows he needed help. That was enough. Rivera adjusted Pip's blanket. Earth animals don't need reasons to be kind. They just are. Pip fell asleep holding that thought. Warrior curled up at the foot of the bed. Small. Fierce. Guardian. Outside. Haven's rest spun through space. Inside, a honey badger from Earth and a Vimari child from the frontier built something new. The galaxy was learning. Earth didn't just export humans, that IT exported hope. Horvath's ship sat in docking Bay 7. The Draxian was due to depart in 6 hours. Medical had cleared him despite the claw marks and bite wounds. Pride hurt worse than the injuries that a honey badger, an Earth rodent, made him run like a coward in front of witnesses. His crew gathered in the cargo hold. 5 Draxians, all armed, all angry. "We can't let this stand." His second-in-command, Vrex, checked his weapon. "An animal attacked us. Made us look weak. That animal is protected now." Horvath pulled up station bulletins. Human Embassy claimed it as cultural heritage. Touching it means diplomatic incident. So we don't touch the animal. Rex smiled, showed too many teeth. We eliminate the problem it's protecting. The child. Child disappears. Animal has nothing to protect. Goes back to being wild. Gets removed naturally. Rex's logic was simple. Cruel. Effective. Horvath considered it. Killing a child was risky, but letting this insult stand was worse. His reputation depended on being feared. Hard to maintain fear when everyone saw him flee from something that weighed 20 pounds. Make it quiet. No weaknesses. Already planned. Rex pulled up station schematics. Medical bay has maintenance access. Service tunnels. We go in during night shift. Minimal staff. Security's light. The animal will be there. We have weapons. It's still just an animal. They didn't understand. None of them did. Honey badgers weren't just animals. They were Earth's answer to the question, what if we made something small that absolutely refused to die? In the medical bay, warriors slept lightly. Always alert. Always ready. Instincts honed through millions of years of surviving things bigger and meaner. Pip slept deeper now. Healing. Safe. The child's breathing was steady. Regular. Warriors' enhanced senses monitored every change. Any irregularity meant danger. T0, 300 station time. Something changed. Vibration in the walls. Wrong frequency. Not normal maintenance. Warrior's eyes opened. Didn't move yet. Just listened. Ventilation shaft. Movement. Multiple sources. Big. Armed. The honey badger slipped off the bed. Silent. Positioned itself between Pip and the ventilation grate. Made no sound. Surprise was a weapon. Earth predators knew this. The grate opened. Rex dropped through first. Saw the sleeping child. Raised his weapon. Warrior exploded from the shadows in a warning. No hosetastion. Just violence. Claws found Rex's weapon hand. Tulha. The pistol clattered. Rex screamed. Two more Draxians dropped through. Saw their companion wrestling with a small black and white fury. They aimed their weapons. Warrior used Rex as a shield. Climbed his body. Went for the throat. Draxian scales were tough. Honey badger claws were tougher. Blood sprayed. The other two fired. Hit Rex instead. He collapsed. Warrior launched from the falling body toward the nearest shooter. The Draxian tried to track the animal. Too slow. Warrior was already inside his guard. Bit down on the arm, holding the weapon. Bone snapped. The Draxian howled. Third shooter had clear line now. Took aim at the animal. Pip screamed. Loud. Panicked. Afraid. The shooter hesitated. 1 second. That was enough. Warrior went low. Under the shot. Straight for the legs. Hamstring. The Draxian dropped. The badger climbed. Found eyes. Made them stop working. Alarms blared. Medical staff rushed in. Security behind them. 3 Draxians down. Bleeding. Screaming. One small earth animal standing over them. Fur matted with blood. None of it his own. Bricks arrived with 6 officers. Weapons drawn. Saw the scene. Stand down. Everyone stand down. Warrior didn't stand down. Stayed between Pip and everyone. Ready for round 2. Doctor. Rivera pushed through security. Don't shoot. The animal was defending. Defending. Bricks looked at 3 trained fighters on the ground. This is a massacre. This is protection. Rivera moved slowly. Knelt. Spoke softly. Hey, warrior. It's okay. You did good. Pip's safe now. The honey badger's eyes never left the Draxians. Didn't trust they were truly down. Someone get these 3 to emergency medical. Bricks ordered. Looked at the ventilation shaft. And find out how they got in here. Security searched the wounded. Found weapons. Found a data pad with medical bay schematics. Found evidence of planned assassination. They were going to kill Pip. Rivera's voice shook. Anger. Fear. Relief. That animal saved his life. Again. Bricks couldn't argue. The evidence was clear. Get the child to secure wing. Arm guards. Nothing gets through. What about warrior? The animal goes too. Bricks watched the honey badger. Clearly it's better security than we are. They moved Pip on a medical stretcher. Warrior followed. Wouldn't be carried. Wouldn't be contained. Just walked alongside. Alert. Ready. Protecting that I in the secure medical wing. Human guards stood watch. Earth Coalition military rotated in from the embassy. They recognized the honey badger immediately. That's a Radel. One guard, older man, smiled. Had them near our base in Africa. Fearless little monsters. It injured 3 armed Draxians. Rivera explained the situation. Only 3? Must be getting soft. The guard laughed. We had one back home that fought off a pride of lions. Alone. 1. How is that possible? Because honey badgers don't know they're supposed to lose. Evolution forgot to give them a quit button. He knelt, extended his hand slowly. Hey, there, little warrior. You're a long way from home. Warrior sniffed. Recognized human scent. Not threat. Possibly pack. Allowed the contact. He's bonded with the kid. Completely. Won't leave his side. Good. Kid's got the best protection in the galaxy then. The guard stood. Nothing gets past a Radel guarding its family. Nothing. Hours later, Horvath learned about the failed assassination. His crew, his plan, all ruined by the same animal. Ambassador Wells visited him personally. Walked into his ship's cargo hold where he was preparing to flee. Going somewhere. I have departure clearance. Had. Past tense. Patricia held up a datapad. New charges. Conspiracy to murder a minor. Your crew's already talking. Giving up everything to reduce their sentences. You can't prove I ordered it. Don't need to. They're proving it for me. Patricia smiled. Cold. Professional. You really should have just left. Taken your wounded pride and disappeared. But you had to escalate. That animal is smarter than you. Knew your crew was coming before they arrived. Neutralized 3 armed fighters without injury. Protected a child while wounded. You got beaten by Earth fauna. Twice. Horvath's scales darkened with rage. This isn't over. Yes, it is. Patricia turned to leave. You're going to prison. Your network's collapsed. Your protection's gone. And everyone in the galaxy now knows that a 20-pound Earth animal made you run twice. She paused at the door. Word of advice? When you get to prison, don't tell anyone what put you there. They'll laugh you out of your cell. After she left, Horvath sat alone. Defeated not by superior forces or technology. Defeated by an animal from a death world that decided an alien child was worth protecting. Earth was terrifying. Not because of their weapons or their warships. Because their very animals carried the same relentless determination. The same absolute refusal to quit. In the secure medical wing. Pip ate real food for the first time in months. Hospital meals. Balanced nutrition. Warrior got a plate too. Fresh meat. Protein. Treats from the human guards. Will Horvath come back? Pip asked. No. Rivera checked his charts. He's going away for a long time. You're safe now. Because of Warrior. Because of Warrior. Rivera confirmed. And because people saw what happened. What he did to protect you. Everyone knows now. You're not alone anymore. Pip looked at the small animal eating beside his bed. I want to keep him. Forever. I think he already decided to keep you. Revidas maíz. Family isn't about species. It's about who shows up when you need them. That night, paperwork moved through coalition channels. Guardian applications. Custody hearings. Legal precedents being written in real time. One small Earth animal was rewriting galactic law. Forcing the coalition to acknowledge that intelligence, compassion, and family weren't limited to traditional sentience. Warrior didn't care about laws or precedents. Just curled up near Pip, close enough to feel the child's heartbeat, far enough to strike if danger came. Pack was pack. The rest was just noise. Haven's rest learned that day. Don't threaten things under Earth animal protection. They don't negotiate. Don't compromise. Don't quit. They just win. Every time, the coalition council chamber filled with representatives from 40 species. Emergency session. Topic: legal status of Earth fauna and cross-species guardianship. Administrator Quinn stood at the center podium looking uncomfortable. We're here to discuss the incident involving the Earth animal designated Warrior and the Vamari minor designated Pip. The Draxian ambassador stood. Different one from Horvath's sponsor. This one looked embarrassed. The Draxian delegation withdraws all complaints regarding the animal. We acknowledge our citizen initiated hostilities against a minor. The animal acted in defense. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Draxian's backing down was rare. The Talarian representative raised a tentacle. What about the legal question? Can an animal be a legal guardian? That's why we're here. Quinn pulled up documentation. Ambassador Wells submitted paperwork recognizing Warrior as Pip's official guardian. This creates unprecedented legal questions. Patricia stood from a human delegation. The precedent exists. Corellian companion beasts, Talarian symbiotes, Julian bond partners, all recognized as family units despite non-traditional sentience. Those are different. The Corellian representative spoke carefully. Our companions are bred specifically for partnership. They communicate, understand laws, and Warrior doesn't. Patricia activated a display, showed security footage, the honey badger bringing food to Pip over weeks, protecting him from assault, defending him from assassination. This animal demonstrates planning, empathy, protection, and long-term commitment, all markers of sentience and guardianship. It's still an animal. So are humans. Patricia let that hang. We're all animals. Some just evolved on harder worlds. Earth produced fauna that learned survival required cooperation and protection. Warrior exemplifies this. A new voice joined. Dr. Rivera, invited as expert witness. I've studied Warrior for 2 weeks. Documented behaviors. The animal shows problem-solving beyond instinct. It recognizes individuals, differentiates between threat and safety, demonstrates emotional bonding across species barriers. Many animals bond with different species. The Talarian pointed out. True, but how many cross those bonds to adopt and protect without training, without human intervention? Rivera pulled up more data. Warrior lived wild on this station for months. Could have left any time. Chose to stay near Pip. Chose to feed him. Chose to protect him. These weren't trained responses. These were choices. The chamber went quiet. Choice implied consciousness. Consciousness implied rights. The Corellian leaned forward. What does the child want? Quinn nodded. Good question. He activated a live feed. Medical bay. Pip sat in bed with Warrior beside him. Pip, can you hear me? The child looked at the camera. Yes, administrator. The council wants to know. Do you want Warrior to be your guardian? Your family. Pip didn't hesitate. Wrapped his good arm around the honey badger. Yes. He saved me. Fed me when I was hungry. Protected me when I was scared. He's my family, but he's an animal. Different species. Different world. So, Pip looked confused. Humans adopt aliens all the time. Why can't animals? Simple question. Profound implications, Patricia smiled. Out of the mouths of children. The Draxian ambassador spoke quietly. Perhaps we're overcomplicating this. The child wants the animal. The animal clearly wants the child. They harm no one. Why do we care about the technicalities? Because it sets precedent. The Talarian argued. If we allow this, what stops other animals claiming guardianship? Where do we draw the line? At demonstrated capability. Rivera jumped in. Warrior proved he can protect, provide, and care for a dependent. Most sentients can't meet that standard. This animal exceeds it. The debate continued for hours. Legal experts, xenobiologists, ethicists, everyone had opinions. Finally, the Corellian representative stood. I propose a compromise. We grant temporary guardianship. 6-month trial. If the animal continues to demonstrate appropriate care, we make it permanent. If not, we revisit. The animal might fail. Someone pointed out. Or it might succeed. The Corellian looked at the live feed. Warrior grooming Pip, making soft chirping sounds. And if it does, we learn something important about the nature of family and sentience. The vote was called. 32 species approved temporary guardianship. 5 abstained. 3 voted against. Patricia won. Warrior was officially Pip's guardian. For now, I in the medical bay, Rivera told Pip the news. You and Warrior are family now. Legally. For 6 months. Then the council reviews. What if they say no after 6 months? Then we fight harder. Reveras maíz. But I don't think it'll come to that. Your Warrior is special. Pip hugged the animal. Warrior tolerated it. Even leaned into the contact. Comfort. Pack. Family. The human guards celebrated quietly. One opened a bottle of something Earth made. Shared it with colleagues. to the radar that rewrote galactic law. Think more Earth animals will come to space. Count on it. The older guard laughed. Humans can't travel without our companions. Dogs, cats, horses, birds. We bring them all eventually. The galaxy isn't ready. Probably not. You took a drink. But that's never stopped us before. Across the station, humans started asking questions. If honey badgers could adopt aliens, could they bring their own animals from Earth? The embassy received 300 applications in a day. All wanted to import Earth fauna. All citing Warrior as precedent. Patricia's office was overwhelmed. We can't bring every Earth animal to space. Why not? Her assistant, young human from Mars, smiled. We're terraforming planets, building colonies. Why shouldn't our animals come too? Because the galaxy doesn't understand them, doesn't understand us. Then they'll learn. The assistant pulled up news feeds. Every coalition outlet was covering Warrior's story. That honey badger did more for human relations than a decade of diplomacy. Showed them we're not just warriors or explorers. We're protectors, caregivers, family builders. Patricia read the articles. Some praised, some feared, all acknowledged. Earth and its inhabitants were changing the galaxy, whether the galaxy was ready or not. That evening, Horvath sat in a coalition prison cell. Maximum security, awaiting trial. His crew already convicted. His network destroyed. His reputation ruined. A guard delivered dinner. Human guard, older, scarred. Heard you got beaten by a honey badger. The guard smiled. Twice. Horvath said nothing. Want to know something funny? That animal weighs 20 pounds. My grandmother's cat back home was bigger. The guard set down the food tray. But size doesn't matter on Earth. Only tenacity. Only will. That badger had more will than your entire crew combined. I'll kill it. Eventually. I'll get out, and I'll kill that animal. The guard's smile faded. No, you won't. Because that animal is protected by every human in coalition space now. And we protect our own. Even the small ones. Especially the small ones. He left Horvath alone with that thought. Insecure medical. Pip was cleared for discharge. Healed enough to leave. But where would he go? I'm setting up a room. Rivera explained. At the embassy. Human territory. You and Warrior will be safe there. I don't want charity. Not charity. Family. Rivera knelt down. Humans take care of our own. Warrior made you human family. That means you're all our responsibility now. I'm Vimali. You're Pip. That's all that matters. Rivera helped him pack his few belongings. And you're about to learn what human hospitality looks like. The embassy quarters were small, but comfortable. Room for Pip. Space for Warrior. Windows overlooking the station. Safety. Security. Home. Ambassador Wells met them at the door. Welcome. You're the first non-human to live in human embassy housing. Quite an honor. Thank you. Pip looked around nervously. I'll try not to cause problems. Kid, you're living with a honey badger. Problems come with the territory. Patricia laughed. Just ask before you break anything important. That night, Pip slept in a real bed. Clean sheets. Warm blankets. Warrior on the floor nearby. Guardian. Protector. Brother. The child dreamed of safety for the first time in months. The honey badger dreamed of Earth. Savannas. Grass. Home. But this was home now, too. Strange. Alien. Full of metal and recycled air. But Pack was here. Family was here. Home was wherever they were together. The galaxy was still learning. Earth animals didn't just survive. They thrived. They adapted. They protected. And once they decided you were family, nothing in the universe could change that. Not laws. Not species. Not impossible odds. Warrior had decided. Pip was Pack. End of discussion. 3 months into the trial guardianship, Haven's Rest had changed. Warrior became a station celebrity. Kids wanted to see the brave Earth animal. Adults wanted to understand it. Scientists wanted to study it. Warrior wanted none of it. Just wanted to protect Pip. The child attended school now. Real education. Human Embassy paid for it. Warrior went too. Sat in the back of the classroom. Watched. Made teachers nervous. Is it safe to have a predator in school? The Talarian teacher asked Rivera. Safer than not having him. Rivera checked her datapad. Warrior's presence reduced bullying incidents by 90%. Turns out kids behave better when an Earth predator is watching. That's not education. That's intimidation. That's protection. Rivera smiled. And it works. Pip thrived. Made friends. Learned math, science, languages. Laughed during recess. Normal childhood. Something impossible before Warrior. During lunch, a Draxian child, bigger and older, tried to steal Pip's food. Just being a bully. Didn't mean real harm. Warrior appeared instantly. Between them, low growl, the bully froze. Remembered the stories. The honey badger that fought 3 armed adults. That made Horvath run. That rewrote laws. I'm sorry. The bully backed away. Hands up. I was just joking. Warrior watched until the Draxian left. Returned to Pip. Chirped softly. Crisis averted. The teacher witnessed everything. Reported to administration. The animal is teaching conflict resolution without violence. Just its presence deters aggression. Because everyone knows what happens if they push. Another teacher added, that honey badger doesn't bluff. At home in embassy quarters, Pip did homework while Warrior explored. The animal had full run of human territory now. Embassy staff loved him, brought treats, told stories about Earth predators. One guard showed Pip videos from Earth. This is where your warrior comes from. Africa, savannas. See those? Wild honey badgers fighting lions. Pip watched amazed. Warrior could fight lions? Warrior's ancestors did. Daily. And won. The guard smiled. That's why they don't quit. Evolution taught them that size doesn't matter. Well, does. Ambassador Wells entered carrying documents. Good news. The council evaluation is next week. Early. They're impressed with the progress. Will they make it permanent? Pip asked nervously. Looking good. Patricia set down the papers. All reports are positive. Warriors demonstrated consistent care, protection, and appropriate behavior. You're healthy, educated, and happy. Hard to argue against success. What they still say no. Patricia's expression hardened. Then I make it very clear that removing Warrior means going through every human in coalition space. And we don't lose custody battles. That night, Pip couldn't sleep. Worried about the evaluation. About losing Warrior. About being alone again. The honey badger sensed the distress. Jumped onto the bed. Something he rarely did. Curled up next to the child. Warm. Solid. Present. You won't leave me, right? Pip whispered. Warrior chirped. Didn't understand words. Understood fear. Nuzzled closer. Pack didn't abandon pack. Pip fell asleep holding black and white fur. Safer than any blanket, the evaluation day arrived. Council observers came to the embassy. Watched Pip and Warrior interact. Asked questions. Took notes. Does the animal ever show aggression toward you? A Corellian inspector asked. Never. Pip demonstrated. Hugged Warrior. Pulled his tail gently. The badger tolerated everything with patience. He's gentle with me. Only mean to bad people. How do you communicate? He understands tone. Body language. I understand his sounds. Pip pointed. That chirp means he's happy. That growl means danger. That huff means he's annoyed, but okay. The inspectors looked impressed. You've learned his language. Family learns each other. Pip said simply. They visited the school. Watched Warrior in the classroom. Saw how he positioned himself for maximum visibility. How he tracked every student. How he relaxed when all was calm, but alerted instantly to conflict. The animal shows sophisticated threat assessment. An inspector noted, distinguishes between play and aggression, between accident and intent. More sophisticated than some sentients I know. The head inspector added, they reviewed medical reports. Pip's health improved dramatically. Weight gain, stress reduction, psychological well-being, all positive. The animal's presence has measurable therapeutic benefits. Finally, they interviewed Warrior. Or tried to. We like to assess the animal's responses. An inspector approached with a scanner. Warrior growled. Low. Warning. The inspector stopped. He doesn't like strangers with equipment. Rivera explained. Sees it as potential threat to Pip. Can we examine him? Only if Pip asks. Patricia intervened. Warrior responds to his family. Not to authority. Pip walked over, spoke softly to Warrior. It's okay. They're friends. They won't hurt us. The honey badger relaxed. Allowed the scan. For Pip. Only for Pip. Remarkable. The inspector reviewed results. Brain activity shows complex decision-making, emotional recognition, long-term planning. This animal is far more intelligent than standard Earth fauna classification suggests. Earth is a death world. Patricia reminded them. Everything there evolved to survive impossible conditions. Intelligence wasn't optional. It was mandatory. The evaluation ended. Inspectors left to deliberate. Pip and Warrior waited. The whole embassy waited. 2 days later, the decision came. Patricia read it first. Smiled. Called Pip to her office. Warrior followed naturally. The council voted. Permanent guardianship approuvé. Warrior is legally your guardian. Forever. Pip's eyes went wide. Really? Forever? Forever. Patricia showed him the documents. Official seals. Signatures from 35 species. You're the first cross-species family legally recognized by coalition law. Historic. Pip hugged Warrior so hard the animal huffed. Annoyed at being squeezed, but didn't pull away. Allowed the affection. There's more. Patricia pulled up additional paperwork. The council passed new laws. The Guardian Species Act. Any Earth animal demonstrating appropriate care capability can apply for guardianship rights. Warrior opened the door for others. Other Earth animals will come. Already happening. Patricia showed news feeds. Dogs arriving on Colony Station 12. Cats on Trading Hub Nexus Prime. Birds. Rabbits. Even a horse on Agricultural World Harvest. Humans are bringing their companions. All of them. The galaxy was being invaded. Not by weapons or warships. By pets. And the Coalition realized too late. You couldn't fight Earth animals. They bonded too quickly. Protected too fiercely. Won hearts too easily. Within weeks, 300 Earth animals lived in Coalition space. Within months, thousands. Each one protected by humans. Each one changing opinions about Earth and its inhabitants. Pip and Warrior became ambassadors. Visited other stations. Showed how cross-species families worked. Demonstrated that different didn't mean incompatible, that a Corellian orphan got adopted by a golden retriever. The dog guarded the child like it was her own puppy. Nobody questioned it. Warrior set the precedent that the Talarian elder bonded with a cat. The feline hunted the station's pest problems and kept the elder company. Perfect partnership. More and more. Different species. Different animals. All proving the same point. Family wasn't about biology. It was about commitment. 6 months after permanent guardianship, Pip turned 9. The embassy threw a party. Multi-species event. Humans. Vamari. Corellians. Talarians. Even few reformed Draxians. Warrior got a special treat. Fresh meat from Earth. Imported specifically for him. Expensive. Worth it. Pip made a speech. Short. Simple. Thank you for letting Warrior be my family. He saved me when nobody else would. Protected me when I was alone. Loved me when I wasn't his species. That's what real family does. Ambassador Wells presented Pip with something special. Citizenship papers. You're officially a Earth citizen now. By adoption. Warrior's your guardian, which makes you human family under coalition law. I'm human. Pip looked confused. But I'm Vamari. You're both. Patricia smiled. That's the beauty of Earth citizenship. We don't erase where you came from. We add to it. You're Vamari by birth. Human by choice. Both are equally valid. Pip looked at Warrior. The animal that changed everything. What's he? Guardian? Protector? Brother? Patricia knelt down. In proof that Earth's greatest export isn't technology or weapons. It's the capacity to love across all boundaries. That night, Pip and Warrior looked out the embassy windows. Haven's rest glowed with lights. Ships came and went. Life continued. You changed the galaxy. Pip told the animal. Just by being you. Warrior chirped. Didn't understand praise. Didn't want fame. Just wanted pack. Just wanted family. Pip understood. Yeah, me too. They stood together. Small Vamari child and smaller Earth predator. Family not by blood but by choice. By protection. By love. The galaxy learned that day. Earth didn't conquer through strength. Earth conquered through the absolute refusal to let family go, through the bone-deep commitment to protect those who needed protection. Point one, honey badger rewrote laws. Thousands of Earth animals would rewrite culture. And it all started because one small predator saw a hungry child and decided that was unacceptable. The child was touched once. The honey badger took that personally. The galaxy would never be the same. Point 1 year after Warrior became Pip's legal guardian, Haven's Rest looked completely different. Earth animals were everywhere. Dogs walked beside their adopted alien children. Cats supervised homework. Even a parrot helped a Talarian child learn Earth languages. The station had become a model for integration, not just human and alien, but Earth fauna and galactic citizens, creating families that defied biology and celebrated choice. Warrior was the oldest guardian animal on station, the original. Other animals looked to him as pack leader, even though he didn't care about leadership, just cared about Pip. The child was 10 now, tall for Vamari, healthy, confident, learning 3 languages fluently, top of his class, dreams of becoming a xenobiologist, studying cross-species relationships. I want to understand why it works. Pip explained to Dr. Rivera during a routine checkup why Earth animals bond with aliens, why we bond back, what makes family possible across evolution. That's ambitious research. Warrior taught me to be ambitious. Pip smiled. He fought things twice his size. I can study things bigger than me, too. Rivera checked Warrior's health. The honey badger tolerated medical scans now. Trusted Rivera allowed examinations because Pip trusted her. He's aging well. Earth animals in space seem to live longer. Lower stress, maybe. Better food. Or better purpose. Pip suggested. Warrior has family now. Reason to stay healthy. That was the theory. Earth animals thrived in space not despite the alien environment, but because of it. They had purpose, had pack, had meaning beyond survival. A call came through. Station security. Bricks. We have a situation. Need you at docking bay 12. Rivera and Pip arrived to find chaos. A ship from Earth just docked. Inside were 50 honey badgers. A whole colony. Rescued from a habitat destruction zone. Nowhere to go on Earth. Someone decided space was the answer. We can't handle 50 honey badgers. Bricks looked panicked. One rewrote our entire legal system. 50 will start a revolution. Or they'll start 50 families. Patricia arrived with embassy staff. We have applications from 48 orphans on this station alone, all wanting Earth animal guardians. You want to match wild honey badgers with alien children? Not wild. Domesticated through choice. Patricia gestured to Warrior. He wasn't trained. He chose. These can too. The plan was simple. Introduce orphans to honey badgers. Let them interact. Natural bonding would handle the rest. IT shouldn't have worked. 50 wild predators and 48 vulnerable children. Recipe for disaster. Instead, it became a miracle. Point 1 by 1, honey badgers approached children. Sniffed. Evaluated. Some walked away. Those ones would go to nature reserves. But most stayed. Chose a child. Claimed family. A Corellian girl who lost her parents to pirates got a female badger that wouldn't leave her side. The animal sensed the child's fear. Positioned herself protectively. Made soft sounds until the girl stopped shaking. A Draxian orphan, shunned by his own species, sat alone. A male badger approached. Sat beside him. Just present. Patient. The child cried. The animal stayed. More and more. Instant families. No training. No force. Just recognition. Pack calling to pack across species and evolution. Pip watched with Warrior. How do they know? Earth animals evolved alongside humans for thousands of years. Rivera explained. They learned to read emotional need, to recognize vulnerability. It's not magic. It's survival instinct turned into compassion. By day's end, 46 honey badgers found families. 2 chose to go to reserves. Everyone respected that. Choice worked both ways. The station established new protocols. Guardian animal training centers. Not to train the animals. To train the children in proper care. How to feed Earth fauna. How to read their signals. How to respect their boundaries. Warrior became an instructor. Demonstrated proper behavior. showed children how to approach carefully, how to earn trust, how to build pack bonds. He's teaching. Bricks watch through observation glass. An animal is teaching our children. An animal is teaching our children empathy. Patricia corrected, something we clearly needed help with. 3 months after the honey badger colony arrived, Haven's rest crime rate dropped to almost zero. Turns out criminals thought twice about operating on a station where 46 Earth predators protected 46 children. And those children had human families backing them. The Draxian Syndicate remnants tried one last revenge operation. Sent assassins to target Warrior specifically. Kill the original. Sent a message. The assassins made it to the embassy. Got past security. Reached Pip's room. Found 46 honey badgers waiting. Warrior called his pack. Somehow, some Earth animal communication humans didn't understand yet. Every honey badger on station responded. Protected not just their own children, but all children. The assassins fled. Never came back. Word spread through criminal networks. Haven's rest was off limits. Too dangerous. Not because of weapons or security, because of honey badgers. The coalition studied this phenomenon. Published papers. Earth fauna as deterrent force. Cross-species pack dynamics. The warrior effect on criminal behavior. Conclusion was always the same. Earth animals changed everything. Made stations safer. Made families possible. Made the galaxy a little less cruel. Other stations wanted the same. Requested Earth animals. Started adoption programs. Within a year, 5,000 Earth creatures lived in coalition space. Dogs, cats, horses, birds, rabbits, all forming families, all protecting, all transforming. Pip graduated top of his class at age 12, gave a speech about family and choice, about how one honey badger taught him that love didn't require the same DNA, just the same commitment. Warrior sat in the front row, bored, didn't care about speeches, but Pip wanted him there, so he stayed. That was Pack. After graduation, Pip enrolled in Coalition University. Xenobiology program. Would study the very thing he lived. Cross-species relationships. How they worked. Why they mattered. Warrior would go too. Universities now accommodated guardian animals. Another law Warrior's existence created. You're changing everything. Pip told Warrior that night. The whole galaxy is different because you chose to feed a hungry kid. The honey badger chirped. Made it sound simple. It was simple. Child was hungry. Warrior had food. Child was in danger. Warrior protected. Pack was pack. Humans understood this. Their animals understood this. The galaxy was learning 0.5 years after that first day in a market. Haven's Rest held a memorial. Not for death. For transformation. A statue in the central plaza. A honey badger standing guard over a small Vamari child. The inscription read, "One child was touched." The galaxy responded. Family knows no boundaries. Pip stood at the unveiling. 17 now. Almost adult. Warrior beside him. Older. Gray in his fur. But still fierce. Still protective. Still family. They made you a statue. Pip smiled. You're officially a hero. Warrior sniffed the statue. Unimpressed. It was just stone. Couldn't protect anyone. Couldn't feed anyone. Useless. He returned to Pip. Real family. Real purpose. The crowd applauded. Humans. Aliens. All species. All acknowledging. Earth brought more than technology to space. Brought compassion. Brought family. Brought hope. Ambassador Wells spoke at the ceremony. Warrior didn't ask to be a hero. Didn't ask to change laws or transform culture. He just saw something wrong and fixed it. That's the Earth way. See a problem. Solve it. Protect the vulnerable. Build family. Never quit. The galaxy had learned. Not through war or conquest. Through one stubborn predator who decided an alien child deserved better. Thousands of Earth animals now served as guardians. Millions of families formed across species. All because one honey badger took it personally. That night, Pip and Warrior looked at the stars. So many worlds. So many species. So many possibilities. Want to explore them? Pip asked. After university? You and me. Traveling the galaxy. Studying families like ours. Warrior chirped. Agreement. or maybe just acknowledgement. Didn't matter where they went. As long as they went together, pack was pack. Home was wherever they were. Family was choice, not biology. The child was touched once. The honey badger took that personally. And the galaxy became a better place because one Earth animal refused to accept that vulnerable children should suffer. Simple principle. Profound impact. Haven's rest spun through space. Inside, family slept safe. Children dreamed without fear. Earth animals stood guard. The universe was vast and often cruel. But in one small corner, on one converted trading station, something beautiful emerged. Family. Real family. Built not from DNA, but from devotion. Not from species, but from choice. Not from law, but from love. And it all started with one honey badger who saw a hungry child and decided that was personally offensive. Some revolutions need weapons. Some need words. This one just needed one stubborn Earth predator who absolutely refused to let a child go hungry. The honey badger took it personally. The galaxy would remember forever. The end.